Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Jankovich, here today to read you another great book. Today's book is about a little girl who's doing something she's never done before and how she feels about that. One of the reasons I like it is because it involves swimming. And when I was a young girl, I used to swim, so I can relate to it. Maybe some of you like swimming. All right, let's go. Get Set, Swim by Janine Atkins, illustrated by Hector Viveros Lee. Jasenia's ponytail swished as she skipped downstairs. "Hurry, Mommy," she called. This was Jasenia's first year on the swim team, her first meet at a rival team's pool. At the door, Mommy tucked a box into her purse and pinched her scarf together against the cold. Jasenia raced her brother Luis down the street. "Watch where you're going," Mommy said. "Stick together." At the community center, Jasenia climbed on the bus and sat with Anna. When Luis tried to balance on the seat behind him, Mommy settled him down by talking about when she'd been a girl in Puerto Rico. "Our house was so close to the ocean that it stood on stilts," Mommy said. "We used to slide down grassy hills on palm leaves. The sky was very, very blue." "Like that?" Luis pointed to the sky outside the window. "No." Mommy looked over the tall, crowded buildings. "This sky isn't blue enough." Jasenia was tired of the dreamy way Mommy spoke about the brilliant blue sky and sea that seemed to stretch forever. She pressed closer to the older girls in the seat ahead of her. "Weston won by 8 points last time," Nicole said. "We never win meets away from home." "In Puerto Rico there are green lizards that cling to whatever they bite," Mommy told Luis. "We girls used to hang them from our ears." Luis put his thumbs to his earlobes and waggled his fingers like lizards. Jasenia turned to the window, thinking about how her mother had never learned to swim. Mommy had made sure that she and Luis got swimming lessons, but it took more than dreams to win a race. Jasenia was scared. How could they compete against the lucky girls who lived in these houses? As the spaces between the houses widened, so did the empty space inside Jasenia. The bus stopped at Weston School. Mommy kissed the top of Jasenia's head. She smiled as if she were breathing in a garden, though Jasenia knew her hair smelled just like the pool. "Te amo," Mommy said. "I love you too," Jasenia replied. In the locker room, the girls pulled on their swimsuits and tucked their ponytails into caps. They stretched in the hallway as Coach Estes said, "Don't worry because the pool here is bigger. Everyone is equal in the water." "Their pool probably isn't broken half the winter," Nicole muttered. "There are more girls on their team." "Just keep your eyes on where you're going," Coach advised. "Now get in there and win." The first race was for the older swimmers. The water's surface broke with thundering dives. Jasenia cheered. It was hard to tell one girl from another until they turned. Then Jasenia recognized the way Nicole pulled in her knees before whipping them out. She sped ahead and rammed triumphantly into the wall. Soon it was Jasenia's turn to stand on the edge of the pool between two girls from the other team. The overhead lights buzzed. The pool hummed. Jasenia rocked from toe to heel. She tried to breathe long and deep into her belly, the way Coach had taught her, but her short breaths caught at the back of her tongue. Mommy waved. Luis waggled his fingers like lizards. Jasenia's feet pressed flat on the smooth platform. "Get ready," the coach called. Goggles snapped as the girls pulled them on. Jasenia leaned toward the water. The empty space inside her seemed to fill with the marvelous blue that Mommy remembered from Puerto Rico. The pool was exactly blue enough. Get set. Go! The girls dived. The quiet, still water turned frothy and loud. Water streamed off Jasenia's goggles and rushed past her ears. She stretched her arms as long as Mommy did when she talked about the great wide sea. Then Jasenia caught sight of the girl in the next lane moving ahead. Jasenia gulped in some water. Her tired legs sank. She kicked hard again until one finger touched the end of the pool. She splashed up and gasped for air. Great race! Coach Estes gave her a handout. You just lost a few seconds at the end when you looked to the side. Mommy was there and hugging her before Jasenia could warn her and Luis that they'd get wet. I'm so proud of you, Mommy said. Jasenia pulled on a sweatshirt to watch more races. As the afternoon wore on and it became clear they were going to lose the meet, Jasenia cheered even louder and hugged her friends harder. When it was her last turn to swim again, Jasenia tried to fill herself with calming air, but she kept taking quick, nervous breaths. She shifted her weight from one foot to the other. She wondered if she could swim fast enough to win. Jasenia rose to her toes. She curled her arms and shoulders like a wave. You can do it! Jasenia seemed to hear her mother's voice as her hands broke the water. She sped ahead, fast, faster, not only for herself and for her team, but for Mommy too. She didn't look back. She didn't look to the side. Jasenia swam with all the strength of her mother's dreams for her. Then her fingers tapped the wall. Joyful girls pulled Jasenia from the pool, crying, You won! You won! Jasenia turned to her mother and said, Te amo. I love you too, Mommy smiled. When the meet was over, the girls changed and dried their hair. Mommy gave Jasenia a box as they stepped outdoors. Gracias, Jasenia laughed as she pulled out earrings shaped like lizards. She slipped them on and danced a little salsa to make her ears wiggle. Let's go, Jasenia, Anna said. The sky had turned a brighter blue. Their team would win another time, Jasenia knew. She spun around to call, We'll be back. Did you like that story? I like the way that the little girl and her mother interacted. And I like the little brother pretending about the lizard earrings. I liked imagining putting real lizards on your ears and seeing how that would feel. And then I liked that the mom gave the girl those lizard earrings. Cool. Plus, she never gave up. She knew that they weren't going to win the swim meet, but she did her best and she won her event. I liked it. Hope you did too. See you again soon. Bye-bye.